What's up, guys? Ruben here again with Cars and Convos, and today's question is, how many cars have I had? And I think I've had 8. I'm not for sure, but I'm gonna go down the list and let's see how many I had. The first car I had was a 1993 Acura Vigor. It was a gift. It wasn't a gift, but I actually had to buy it, and then I had to repair it. Had so many things wrong with it, but at the end of the day, it was a really nice car. After changing the windshield, changing the radiator, the distributor, the head gasket, the water pump, the timing belt, and doing some body work on it, it turned out pretty well. But I had to get rid of the car because one day it got stolen, and they stole my audio system, speakers and everything, the stereo, and I was like, okay. I was like, alright, I got it back, and I was like, okay, I still like it. But then I let my brother use it, and he crashed it, and I was like, you know what, I don't even want it anymore. Doesn't have a stereo, and now it's ugly. My second car was, that one was a gift from my dad. He gave me a Chevy Cavalier. I think it was 1996. That car was something. It wasn't the greatest, it didn't look the most prettiest or anything, but it got me from point A to point B. I think I blew the head gasket on it maybe 2 or 3 times. Didn't get rid of it until recently, but my third car was a Honda Prelude, I think. Or was that my second car? No, that was my third car. A Honda Prelude. That one was fun. I like that car. 1995 Honda Prelude. It was like green, blue, pearl. It was manual. It was the second manual car I had. And then I didn't do much to it. I just got a little daily maintenance and everything, replaced some fans, did the oil change. Only thing that car needed was probably suspension, because that suspension was shot. It was on one of those eBay coilovers, and then it got slammed to the ground, and then the suspension was just done. Every bump or dip, pothole, speed bump or anything, I'll feel everything. I'll scrape, and I'm like, Lord, that hurts. The next car I had was I'm trying to remember if it was the BMW or was it the Mazda. I still had the third car was pretty much again the Cavalier, because I sold the Prelude so I could visit my grandpa one more time in Mexico, and then I used the Cavalier for a bit, and then one of my uncles gave my mom a Beamer, a 1995. It was a E31, I think, or E34. I don't remember what it's called. But that car was bad. The transmission was shot, and every time I drive it wouldn't go faster than maybe like 70 or 65, and then it would just start shaking. And I just gave it. I was like, man, I need something better. So I got the Cavalier again. I was like, no, the Cavalier has to stay with me for a bit more. And then my parents got a Mazda 626, and I told my mom, well, what's up with this car? I was like, oh, so-and-so sold this to us. Can I buy it off of you? And they're like, yeah, sure. So I had the 626, and I'm like, okay. And while they were driving the Cavalier or the BMW just decides to shut down. Like, it seized, it was gone. And the Cavalier was still there. And they were still using it and driving around, but the Mazda 626 was a really nice car. There was nothing wrong with it. Transmission was slipping here and there, but only thing it needed, they just needed a replacement of the transmission, that'd be fine. And it wasn't the prettiest car, but it was the most comfortable. Suspension worked, the AC worked. It had some crazy thing on the front little vents, little motorized fan thing that will move left to right. And I was like, oh, this is cool, this is convenient right here, I like it. And then I don't know, one day it just decided to turn off of me. Me and my sister were gonna head home to my parents' house, and then turned off. Just turned off, and I'm like trying to stir it up. I call my dad, hey dude, I think the Mazda doesn't work, and he's like, did you break it? No. What'd you do with it? We were just on the stop sign and it just turned off, and he's like, okay. So my dad ends up picking it up. He never found out what was wrong with it. Maybe 3 to 4 months, I ended up just using my bike from where I used to live to work. It was probably like 30 minute ride or anything. I used it, and then my brother asked me one day. He's like, "Hey, can you afford a brand new car?" And I told him, "Sure." I was working as a server at some restaurant, at a Korean barbecue, and he asked me, he's like, "Can you afford it?" And I told him, I said, "Yeah." I was like, "Yeah, I'll try. You know what? It's a new experience, but you know what? Whatever, let's do it." He tells me, "Okay, what car do you want?" And I told him straight ahead, Subaru. And he's like, "Dude, you can't afford that." I know. So we made a different list, and like I told him either a Toyota, like maybe a Toyota Corolla, one of those new ones, and he's like, "Okay, we can probably make that happen." But then there was a Kia dealership right next door where I used to live in, and he's like, "What about Kia, man? You want to try this one out? We could just lease it, and it'll be like a small payment, and then if you don't like it, you just return it, and then we'll just go get. You're building up your credit, so you can end up getting a better car." And I wasn't up for it at first, and then we went to the dealer, talked to the guy, tested the car. I was like, "You know what? I kind of like this car. It's a 2013 Kia Forte sedan. It's nice." And I ended up like falling in love with that car right there. And I ended up lowering it, putting some nice rims on it, fog lights, messed with the tint, moved the license plate to the side, put some visors, changed the emblems, and I was like, "Heck yeah, I want to keep this car. This is my future car. It's my platform here. I could start doing stuff with it and just modding it." There's not that many cars that are Kias that are modded, and you know what? This one's turning out pretty cool. But one day this van decides to like rear end me, and it killed it. Like it mounted on the back of it and just expanded the trunk, broke the glass, bent the roof. And I'm like, damn, there goes my car that I wanted. I already knew it was totaled, but I was waiting for the insurance to say it was totaled. But it ended up becoming like the insurance adjuster came to my house and said, "We can repair it. It's $5,000." And I told him, "Are you sure?" It was totaled me. "Oh yeah, just take it to any body shop you want, and they'll send us like the evaluation and the estimate of theirs, and then we'll just pay them to repair it." And what sucked was that the repairs ended up becoming like almost like $15,000, and I was like, "Dude, that thing's totaled. Why the hell are you even repairing it?" They're repairing it, and then the insurance company calls me and says, "Why did you say yes to repair this car?" And I told them, "It's not my fault that your damage adjuster said that it was repair. Your damage adjuster said it was repairable." And I only said, I was like, "You sure? That looks total to me." And he said, I was like, "Yeah, it's repairable. Don't worry about it. It's better to repair than call it total." And I was like, it was a brand new car, so they didn't want to pay for the whole damn thing. But they ended up paying for it anyways. And then like maybe a couple weeks later, they sent us a letter that my family's policy on the insurance got suspended due to the fact of the accident. And I'm like, me, my brother, my mom, and my sister, well, I didn't have insurance, also my dad. And we're just like, damn, that sucks. So we got different insurance and whatever. And then I started like having problems with the car. The lights in the back would just start turn off or flicker, and then they didn't work anymore. And I was like, what the hell? I went back to the body shop, and I was like, they checked it out, and they said, "Oh, we can't repair it. You need like a professional electrician to repair it." And I was like, and that was like the last straw. And I told my brother, "You know what? I don't know." It was like, my car's not working correctly anymore, man. And he's like, "Yeah, I know." I was like, "Yeah, you told me already." And then he, maybe like a week later, says like, "Hey, he's offering you a different car to end the lease early, and then you can pick any car you want. You want to do it?" And I said, "I'm down." At first I was like thinking about it and questioning it, and I was like, I really love my car. I want to keep this car forever. But once the lights started going out, and I started to figure out how to get it repaired for my own money, and I was like, I'm tired of this. And it ended up becoming like a really large estimate just to even repair that car. And I ended up returning it, and we walked up to the dealer, and the guy walks up, "Okay, so where's the car at?" I pointed it out, and he's like, "Oh wow, didn't you have the base model?" I was like, "Yeah." "Did it come with rims?" "No." "Did it come with the fog lights?" "No." Did it come with all these accessories that you put on there?" "No, I actually put them all in." "You know what? Give me a minute." he goes there, starts evaluating, putting some numbers down and everything. Comes back, okay, well, so you gave us this, we gave you a car, and you gave us this. We like this. This is a good model. Like, this is a good modifications. It still looks stock. You know, okay. So, what's up? And then he tells us, and we tell him what's up, and he's like, okay, so which car do you want? Points them all out, and first things first, I'm like, Kia Optima. Kia Optima. And I see the price tag, and I'm like, never mind, no Kia Optima. Then we start looking through the Kia Forte again, the sedans, and I told my brother, I don't want this car. I'm gonna do everything what I did to that car to this car. And he's like, okay. I said, okay. So we started looking at the Souls, and I sit and I'm like, I don't like this car. It's too small. Then we saw the Forte, the sedan, the coupe, and then we started checking out the Optimas. I was like, just being optimistic. I was like, you know what? Let me just test it out, and I want to be in this car. Let me see how it feels. And it was too expensive. It was so beautiful, but it was too expensive. And we start walking into the actual dealer inside the office and everything. Then the guy tells us, so you guys want to get the sedan? We can do the paperwork and everything for you. And I was like, dude, I don't want the sedan. And we walk into the showroom, and that's not my car that I have right now. It was a hatchback. It was white, black. It has that full carbon fiber. I got really excited. I was like, oh, look, it's the hatchback. And I love hatchbacks. And I told them, ooh. In my brain, I was like, don't get excited, don't get excited, don't get excited. And I just blurred everything out. I was like, oh, it's manual. Oh, it's the SX model. Oh, it's turbo. And I'm like, oh my God. And then I look inside. I was like, it has leather. Oh, it has this. Oh, it has this. It has this. It has this. It has this. The salesman was like, all right, I got a big sale here. And then I see the price tag. I'm like, damn it, that's a little over the budget. Then he looks at me and he's like, you want this car? Yeah, sure. We'll make it work. Sure? Yeah, we'll make it work. What's your maximum payment? And I told him like a number, and he's like, okay, we can make it work. So we ended up walking in the dealer. The car's around $25,000, and I was like, oh shit. Me and my brother just sit down, and my brother starts talking with the business, like the salesman. He's negotiating the deal and everything. And we walk out maybe like 45 minutes into the dealer, and the guy always tells us, okay, it's $18,000 now. You like it? You like the price? This is how much you pay a month, and this is how much we're giving you for the other car. Like, that lease is done. Don't worry about that lease. And this is how much money we're giving you on top of it, since you gave us this car. And we're like, oh, all right. I didn't know what they were doing. I would just say no, just pretty much like looking pretty. And my brother was like, yeah, that sounds good. Hey, Ruben, how do you feel about that? Can you pay for that? Yeah, that sounds good. But first things first, let me test out the car. I haven't driven manual in a while. And he's like, yeah, sure, but let's pull it out. Call someone out to pull out the car. And first things first, I ended up putting it in third gear. And I stalled, and he's like, oh, don't worry, you won't go in reverse. That little plunger thingy mechanism on the side, it's so you won't go into reverse. You just push it aside, go forward, and there you go. And I got, okay, first gear. And we get off the driveway from the dealer, and that thing is a big dip. And he said, hey, be careful, don't scrape. I angle it out, and I still scrape. And he's like, oh, Lord, that was a big scrape. And I was like, yeah, I'm sorry. And then we start driving it, and then I get on the freeway, and I'm like, all right, let's see how this big boy drives. And I ask him, when is the turbo spool? And he's like, I don't know, let's find out. And I'm like, maybe 4,500 RPMs, 4,500 RPMs, and it spools. And that's when the Goose King kicks in, and I was like, ooh, this is fun. But I got excited. I was like, heck yeah. I told her, yep, I want this one. This is my car. It's a hatchback, it's turbo, and it's manual. This is my future car. I want it. Go to the dealership, and we fill all the paperwork and everything out, give us the keys, and they said, any last words? Do you want to see to your car? The other car, I was like, it was a goodbye, man. Have a nice life. I got a little upgrade over here. And yeah, this is my recent car that I have right now. And let's see, it's the Acura, the Honda, the Cavalier, the Beamer, the Mazda, the Forte sedan, and the Forte hatchback. 7 cars so far. maybe in the future, it's gonna grow, I'm gonna have more cars in the future, I know I am. But, yeah, I had 7 cars already. It's pretty cool. Alright guys, this is just a little small vlog about it. If you guys enjoy the conversation I had with you guys, please do like and subscribe. And if you want to hear more of these, set a comment in the bottom. Tell me something like, what can I talk about? Because I'm just going to talk about some random stuff. Alright guys, see you in the next video.